Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new video with him. I was like, wait, what do I call this one?
A brand new video.
Hello everyone, what is the tea? What is the Darjeeling? So I am back with the gorgeous, fabulous, stunning Calum McSwagulous. Hello.
I'm eating sweets.
He's eating sweets, he's eating a lot of Halloween candy. So we want to come on today and do a really fun little different kind of video just to break things up a bit. We have reached our 6-year anniversary of living together. It is a lot. We've been together for 6 years. Insane. We've known each other for about 7, but it's now our 6th year anniversary of living together. So we wanted to do a little fun game where we answer questions about each other and, you know, see who knows each other best. Might have some fights. Who knows?
Oh, I can't wait to fight.
So I went onto Instagram and asked you to send us questions for us to answer.
I asked my followers too.
Yeah, he did ask his followers too to ask us questions. So what we're going to happen is I'm going to write what I think Calum is going to say on my board. He's going to write what he thinks I'm going to say, and then we will reveal the answers and see if we match.
Yes. They'll get it. They'll understand
Yeah.
as we go.
Yeah.
Just go with it. Just have faith.
Have faith, but you gotta have faith.
Faith.
And then drive into a snappy snaps. So of course, if we match, that is amazing. If we don't match, death. Anyway, guys, let's not be on the bush and get straight onto this game show. So Emma C asks, what was something it took you a long time to get used to?
Ooh.
Obviously, when we first moved in together.
Oh, I need to think about this one.
I've probably spelt mine completely wrong.
I think Roly has written down the thing it took him a while to get used to was me being an introvert.
Introverted! No, oh, yeah, oh my god, can you? Oh no, what are we gonna do? We can't
Just
see it.
believe us.
Introvert.
I love that you've literally written it like the exact word.
Introvertedness. I'm so used to being around people who constantly being around people. I'm very extroverted. I'm very much like, I love being around people constantly. And so like when I first moved in, there was times when like he would come home from work and I'd be like, hello. And he'd just go into his room and close the door. And it's not that he's being rude. At first I was like, oh god, he hates me. Like he really hates living with me.
For me, being like a massive introvert, it's almost like I've got like an allotted amount of time in the day that I can spend with people. And once that's used up, it's used up. Like, do not talk to me after that time is expired.
And yeah, it took me a long time to get used to, like, he doesn't hate me. It's just, that's just his personality.
I just like to be alone.
Yeah.
I have to be alone or I will have a breakdown.
I think you've probably said loudness.
Oh, it says loud.
Oh, okay.
I put loud music.
Loud music. Oh, okay.
So, but like in general, Roly's volume across all things took a while to get used to.
Yes, I am very loud.
So are you going to tell the story, the Kieran story?
So our old housemate Kieran, when we originally first started, like moved in, Calum was like, can Roly move in the house? You know, he needs a room, blah, 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 blah. And Kieran asked Calum, who was like, is he very loud? And Calum was like,
no.
And then just me in the background, like.
We tricked him.
Yeah, I am a very loud person. Groovy Galaxy says, what is one thing you can't agree on?
One thing.
God, this is the difficult one. This is a difficult one. 3, 2, 1. The TV.
Eating time.
Eating time. I put the TV.
What do you mean the TV?
Because I'm like, that's a normal sized TV. And you're like, it's unbelievably large.
It is unbelievably large. Can they see it? Like, it
They can
doesn't
see it in the
look. It
background.
doesn't look that big here, but it is.
One of the biggest things we ever have, like, not an argument, but like a stupid fight about is like the size of things and the size of TV and like being.
It's so big because that sofa's not very far away from it. It's so big that when you sit in front of it, like if you're watching something and there's a lot going on, you literally have to turn your head. Like you can't just look at. You have to turn your head.
But I like it. I love the TV just being so big. But yours actually is a sensible thing. Eating times.
I'm like, it's midnight. It's time for dinner, girls, and you're like, I ate 7 hours ago.
Yeah. So I've always had a very like a regime-ish style of eating. So like I get up in the morning, I eat my breakfast, and then I eat my dinner at like 12:30 to 1, and then tea time is like 5 p.m. It's been like that since like I was a kid. He'll come home at 10 p.m. and be like, would you like a lasagna? I'm like, it's 10 p.m. Like,
It's 10 p.m.
I'm going to bed soon.
You live in a metropolitan city.
Yeah, but
It's 3 a.m. It's time for breakfast.
Exactly, and I've lived here for 6 years and my eating still stayed the same, so it hasn't had that much of an impact. So one of the most common things ever said about anything, what's the other person's worst habit? What's their pet peeve? Like what is the one thing that like is there like a bad habit they have? So
you were writing for like 25 minutes.
It's because I'm just trying to make it huge so they can see it better. So what do you think I've said?
Leaving crumbs everywhere.
I put leaving things out.
Yeah.
So,
to be honest, I was going to say leaving things out, and then I changed it to the specifics of leaving crumbs everywhere because there's literally crumbs there.
So the one thing that he does, that one of his worst habits he ever did, is leaving the ironing board out. He will use it and go, I'm just waiting for the iron to cool down before I put it down. And literally like 3 days later, it's still in the hallway.
But the thing is, that's because I always iron the clothes just before I leave. So then I have to go out the door. But then it's true, I do.
Yeah, but then why? It doesn't mean you can't, like 3 days later and it's still in the hallway.
I'm a busy woman. Okay, what do you think I wrote for you?
I don't know exactly what you would have wrote and like how you would have wrote it, but you're gonna say something about the dishes and the dishwasher and plates out or something.
I've said procrastinate.
Oh, procrastinate, yeah. I am a serial procrastinator.
I did that thing, you know what children do when they go to draw a poster or something and they start with big letters and then run out of space?
I am a serial procrastinator.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought you were gonna say dishes in the dishwasher. He hates me using the dishwasher.
I don't I don't actually hate you using this dishwasher. I just don't use it myself. I don't understand the point.
Gummy Gums has said, what is each other's favourite films?
I have about 15. I mean, so I'm gonna go.
Good luck.
I'm
Thanks.
gonna go for the one that I think you will say.
I forgot what the film was called, so hopefully you can read this. So what's yours?
I'm gonna say Thelma and Louise.
Women go nuts and go away. Women go mad. Women go mad and run off. I couldn't remember what it was called, but that was what I was thinking of. That is what I was thinking of. Women go mad and run off. I didn't know what it was called though.
Women go mad and run off. You should write the little bios for films on Netflix. Thelma and Louise. Women go mad and run off.
Originally, I was it called Bonnie and Clyde?
That's a different
I was like,
thing.
I know. I was like, it's two women's names, and I was like, they go mad or something, and then because all I had in my head was like when Marge Simpson runs off with Ruth, and she's in the car.
Because that's a parody of that. Yeah.
And I was like, what's the called? I got it right. I'm so glad I got it right.
Well done.
My favourite film is The Grudge.
I've not written that down.
What have you wrote?
I've written. I don't even know if it's called this, but I've written Tales of the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt.
From the Crypt.
So that's very very close.
But you have said The Grudge so many times.
Yeah,
so I
The
really
Grudge is my favourite film.
Got that.
So the one that you should have written that was Vault of Horror. That's my favourite one out of that series. What's one thing the other person doesn't like to admit? What do you think I've said about you?
I don't know. I've no idea. What don't I like to admit? That I'm 31 years old.
No.
I don't know.
So I've put we're alike. Now I feel like we're more alike than we are. See, not true. We are more alike than you like to admit. The amount of things that Calum says to me or tells me off for doing, but does the exact same thing all the time. Like it happens a lot. And again, his reaction then is not true. We are more alike than you like to admit. We are so similar. And the amount of times he tells me off for things.
Okay, well, what do you think I've written down then? Now who's making jokes?
I think that I don't like to admit that I am probably more angry than I like to say.
I wrote he's an old man.
He's an old man. I'm shut up. So I was raised by my grandparents. Okay, I lived with my grandparents ever since I was a child. So I might have some older person tendencies than other people. Yes,
you practically yell at kids to get off your lawn. You're like one step away from doing that.
I can't help the fact that I have OAP syndrome when I am only in my 30s, okay?
Clobo100 says, who gets drunk the most?
You. Let's not even gonna write it down. So this is from my friend Shaba, and she has said, who is most likely to die a tragically silly death. We can reveal these at the same time.
Yeah.
I put Calum.
Yes, obviously it's going to be me. I've also put Calum.
The lovely reflective boards. You can't see what we said.
It's honestly a wonder I'm still alive. I'm so clumsy.
He's literally the clumsiest person I've ever known in my entire life.
When I say fearless, I don't mean that. That sounds like a brag, but it's not. I'm just in situations that most people would be afraid. I'm just like, okay, off we go. La 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 la.
Yeah, sometimes I am a bit like,
stupid.
Can you just actually stop for 2 seconds? You are going to be killed. He'll die by like trying to chase a dog or something and he'll slip and fall off a mountain. He'll be like, I don't care if it's next to a mountain edge, I'm still gonna chase the dog. Like that is how he will die.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah,
absolutely. Okay, Zack Attack says favorite food.
Favorite food? Oh. What's your favorite food?
Mussels.
Oh, but Chinese.
Oh, Chinese isn't even up there.
Is it not? I don't. Thing is, no. Okay,
I love
so
a Chinese.
no,
I do love a Chinese.
Okay, so I want to say something now. Something that I always find very bewildering with Callum is if I ever ask him what is his favorite of anything, he goes, "I don't have a favorite. I'm not a child."
No.
So like, it's really
no.
difficult to try and pick a favorite thing for you because I don't know what it is.
No, that's my answer for what's your favorite color. I'm not 6 years.
I
know your favorite color is purple, but you are 6 years old.
Shut
As I said
up.
earlier, you.
If I ever tried to say, "Oh, we have some kind of food or something," like it's very difficult for me to pick your favorite food.
The answer.
When we said movie, or was that I have like 15?
That's
like,
correct.
so
That's
it's very difficult to pick favorites of Callum. So my favorite food, I would love a nice meaty curry.
I feel like that's not correct.
It is.
Since when? When did we even last have a curry?
It's because it takes ages to cook. My favorite food is the curry that you make.
Oh, thank you.
That is my. Oh,
That's a compliment.
if I could have anything, if anyone said to me, "What would you like now?" It's that curry that you make is my favorite thing ever.
Well, I put KFC.
KFC.
Or potato waffles.
No, KFC is not my favorite. If you would think my favorite fast food is Domino's.
You used to say KFC.
KFC was my answer years ago,
Yeah.
but it was instantly changed to Domino's. But my favorite food, ultimate favorite food is I love a nice meaty curry. This is from Donut Lover, and they have said, what's one thing after all this amount of time you still find confusing about the other person? I feel like this is an obvious one. I'm surprised you haven't instantly thought of this.
Really?
Yeah, that I still find hard to understand.
Don't wear clothes.
No clothes! Yes!
Yeah.
I put no clothes. I honestly do not understand how literally in the middle of winter it is freezing cold and it's that I want skirts in my shorts and tank top. I'm like, you are going to die. Like,
So I'm wearing a jumper right now, and like this, like in the house, I don't do this. Like this, I'm actually uncomfortable and too hot. Like, I just don't like wearing. I don't walk around naked. So many people think I walk around like.
No, he
completely
doesn't
naked.
do that.
But I do walk around in my underwear, and failing
Yeah.
that, it's like a vest and like tiny shorts.
the thing is, in the house, like, and he's wearing walk around underwear, like, I have absolutely no issue at all. I mean, if he was walking around naked, I don't think I'd like that. But like, when he's got underwear, like, I don't care. But when he goes out of the house and he's still wearing like little booty shorts and it's the middle of winter, I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand.
I should go and live in like some nudist colony with a
Yeah.
load of boys.
Yeah, you should. I'm gonna say, I mean, again, there's a lot of things you questioned me about. I'm gonna say sitting close to the TV.
Oh my god.
I
He likes to sit here.
I like to
here.
sit really right.
Here.
Yeah, I want to feel like I'm in the
The TV.
scene. Yeah, in the scene.
If his nose isn't touching the TV, he's not close enough.
Yes,
That's not what I wrote though. I wrote food.
food.
Just you and food.
Just me and food.
in general. You just like everything you eat astonishes me. Everything you don't eat astonishes
It's because
me.
I'm like I love eating things like crickets and snails, and
No,
he's like,
you-
I don't understand why you want to do
You're
this.
the opposite of that person you've just described.
We don't actually know the exact reason. We feel like I might have some kind of like food phobia of like trying new foods. I don't know where it stemmed from. I think it's like past trauma stuff. I wanted to be in control, but I do have a weird, it's like a compulsion that I can't help. Where like if Callum goes, would you like to try this food? Like a new food, my body instantly like rejects it as if it's
And
like,
it doesn't matter what it is. It's if it's new.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. It can be anything, any cuisine from any place in the world. If you've not had it before, you have like an aversion to it. And I think it took us several years to actually kind of realize that we think there's something.
there's something there. This is more than just like, I'm fussy. Like there's something there that has got an actual issue that needs to be fixed.
Nathan Amberg says, which boyfriend did the other one dislike the most? Can we do it, but like censor the word?
I mean, yours is easy because I mean, I've only had one since I've been with you.
Yeah, but there is another one I also dislike.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Well, can I just like not write it down and just say?
Yeah.
Begins with an A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hated
Absolutely.
him.
He was f***ing rude.
I still like him.
No,
Still to
absolutely
this
not. He
day,
was
I still like
he was the most uppity, stuck-up I have ever seen in my life. The first thing he says to me and my friends were, "If you're YouTubers, why don't I know you?" That was the first thing he ever said to us and our
I
friends.
wasn't there, but I can only assume that was not his tone.
That was it. That was the first thing he said. He was like, So if you're all YouTubers, why don't I know you? That was
Maybe
the
he
first
was
thing he
making
said.
a joke.
That was not a joke. That was not a. I'm sorry, absolutely not. The whole time he was just really pompous and like you say that I'm snobbish and like oh lemon curd. Like, but he was that's me kind of like acting up a little bit. That was him in his everyday life. No, absolutely not. And the scale of attractiveness that you've been with, he was definitely on the lower end.
I think he's cute. I think he's cute.
And yes, I know who you're gonna say. Although, yes, I thought, but the thing is, I was with him before I knew you. So that's why I didn't think you were going to say that. I do agree with that.
He made a video about it and put it on the internet, so...
Well, no, but again, no, I know, yes, he slagged you off on the internet. I know that. But because I thought this question was like, before, like actually in the time we've known each other.
Yeah, okay, fair.
So this is from Sam Plaxmall. I'm not going to say it. And they said, what is your favorite thing about the other person? So a nice one. We've got a nice one.
I am so beautiful.
Oh, for God's sake.
Says yes to everything.
Says yes to everything. No, I put playful.
Oh, okay.
Because like I've been with people before who have been very uptight and a bit kind of like, no, I couldn't do that. Like if I want to do something and want to have an idea or something, like you're very up for doing it and you're never the kind of person that's like, oh no, we shouldn't because you know.
That's kind of say yes to everything.
Kind of say yes to everything, but that can be problematic though. But like, I think your playful attitude and you're up having fun, like doing this, you're very like, let's just be stupid. I think you've put something like, the fact I don't give a fuck.
I actually wrote something very similar to what you wrote for me.
Oh.
A giant child.
A giant.
But I essentially meant exactly
playful.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be like, Roly, do you want to go to this theme park? Do you want to go and get pick a mix? Do you want to go and get this, like, milkshake that's got 500 grams of sugar in it? And
So Bruno has asked, what's the best thing about living together? So what do you think I've said for you?
Again, I didn't think about me. So I think you think that I think... Wait. This is why I get confused.
You are a very simple-minded individual. Don't ask him to rob a bank or like don't any part of like I don't know how you're good at escape rooms because if this is confusing, you go.
Cooking. I cook.
No, I put job.
Oh
So
yeah.
I appreciate so much that we have. Obviously, we do work in different industries, but like Calum understands my job and I understand his job, and there's no weirdness about ever like me needing to suddenly stream or film or like I'm like even just do this. I was like today, I was like, Calum, can we film today? It'd be fun. And he's like, yes, of course. Like I appreciate the fact that we have a situation where we completely get each other with our careers 100%. There's no weirdness. There's no, why are you filming that?
Yeah.
I've been with other people before who's been awkward about me filming, being strange and not really understanding it and making stupid comments. Actually, this is something I genuinely do appreciate about our situation and living together. Something about like the freedom.
Yeah, nailed it. I mean, I didn't use the word freedom, but I wrote, do what you want.
Do what you want, yeah.
We basically like, we don't have rules. Like I've lived with people before and it's like, oh, the cleaning rota or like stuff like that. Or like, you can't do this, you can't do that. And obviously like we're respectful of each other.
Yeah.
But in general, we just like,
we're not uptight. It's not the kind of thing we're going to be like,
what do you mean you want your friend over? No.
It took a little while to understand exactly what is and isn't okay.
Yes,
I think when we first moved in, there were slightly boundaries that were a bit like, oh.
Like I can't have sex with boys on the kitchen table
No,
when
you
Roly's
can't
trying
have
to
sex
eat his
with
breakfast.
No, you can't.
Unreasonable.
His scat parties get very messy.
I
don't want you to do that anymore. Rhinestoner has asked, who has changed the most over the past 6 years? 3, 2, 1. Me.
Roly, yeah, I think your personal growth has been astonishing. And
I think it's just because
you lived at home.
You were already living in London.
Like had been for many years.
You have changed. I do feel like you're a lot more
beautiful.
Yeah. I do feel like I've made you open your eyes slightly to other people's ways of living. I feel like you were very shocked to begin with about me like wanting things or like collecting stuff. Almost like you were like, why do you still want that? Why are you using iTunes still? Why are you putting music on your computer still?
Why are you still using iTunes?
No, but okay, well, I was about to say he's been a bit more accepting, but he hasn't. He still judges me a lot. You know,
I thought you were gonna say like I've grown into like my career and like come out of my shell.
You were already out your shell enough, bitch. We've seen the videos. Jack Tasm says, what is one thing the other complains about without fail? Okay, what do you think I've said?
Work.
I've put the sun. What I mean by this is the lack of sun.
He's correct.
So Calum has to be the most British person I've ever met in my life when it comes to complaining about the weather.
Yeah.
It's just I can't. Yes,
I need it to be hot at all times.
Yeah.
Like I'm wearing shorts now. I like to be in shorts at all times. Why did I choose to move back to this country? I lived in a hot country.
I complain a lot about noise, like people being loud outside.
Children.
Yeah, I do complain a lot about children. There are people outside at quite late at night making noise. I'm like, be quiet!
We were walking down the street the other day and there was a child kicking a football. You're like, why is that child kicking a football here?
No.
Why is he? Where are his parents?
You're bending the truth, Bish.
Okay, am I?
They kicked the ball and it came directly for us. And I said, gay panic. And then I said, why? No. There are some times as well where we're going down the street and kids just running around the shop. I'm like, why is your parent not supervising you? Like, why is this child just legging it around? So Brocky Babes, I'm not sure if say it, asks, what's your favorite memory together? Oh girl, she's a writing.
When it comes to things like this, you just always think of something that's happened recently. So it's going to be something in the past year, probably. Or in the past week, probably. Alton Towers last year.
Oh, I've put Disney.
Oh, yeah.
So we recently went to Disneyland, and genuinely, that is actually, I think, one of the most fun little trips, or just memories that we've had together. I mean, there's been many times that we've done fun things together.
Copenhagen was fun,
but I think out of anything that we've done together, going to Disneyland and experience being there for the 4 days we were there, is one of my favorite things that we've done. I had so much fun.
It was so much fun.
And I just think we match so much together when it comes to wanting a bit like what we said. We were going and being playful, being like a big kid, going to Disneyland and being stupid with you at Disneyland, just having that fun and going all the rides and wanting to do the same thing over again and just having so much fun, which it was just fun. I just had such a wonderful time with you then.
And there is genuinely not another person in the world that I feel like I could have gone to Disney with and had as much fun as with Roly.
Well, you said Copenhagen then, so I don't think you're going to say Copenhagen in your book, because that's giving your answer
This
away.
is like a specific memory of a specific thing that happened.
Oh, God.
So it's not something vague like Disney or Copenhagen.
I mean, so there's a few things I can say. I mean, Bill Strings comes to mind.
Not Bill. No, because that's a horrendous
No,
memory.
because although
we
no,
were
it's horrendous, but we are
laughing,
laughing. And then I was thinking, well, I remember you speaking a lot about how you loved us being on the balcony at VidCon.
Yeah.
That always sticks to my mind. But a favorite memory that we've had together, oh my God.
It's funny, and it's something we still joke about now, even though it happened
Are you
years
talking
ago.
about, is this not what you wanted?
No, but that's
No.
a good one as well. We'll wait.
We'll wait. Oh my God. That is funny. We were coming home from a club.
It was coming home from club. It was 7 a.m.
It was 7 a.m. It was one of the first times we actually went out together. It was before we lived together, actually. It was still when I was living with my sister. We went to a club and we were on the way home. And for some weird reason, in a sort of sober-ish state, we were walking down the street and there was just a bollard that just said, footpath closed. And we just took this photo standing beside the footpath.
No, but before we took the picture, we literally, it's like we were both in on, it was only the two of us. It was like we were both in on the joke and we just kind of stopped in front of the thing and went, it's okay, we'll wait. And then we just stood there in silence.
And took a photo of us just standing there in...
We thought it was hilarious.
We did think it was hilarious.
definitely had to be there.
That was very...
But still, anytime we come to a sign or something that says footpath closed or ride closed or whatever, we still, even now, we're like,
We'll wait. Yeah, we'll wait.
That's 6 years ago. What's something you want to do together but haven't, says Guy Humphrey.
Mine is frotting.
Yes.
Japan.
Go to Japan.
There's two things that we've always said that we really wanted to do. One was go to Tomorrowland. That's something that I really want to do. And the second was go to Japan. We both tried to do this before, the world shut down. But of course, we couldn't because everything happened. So this is something we're going to potentially do next year, hopefully. So Kevin has asked, did you think you would live together this long? I've put a question mark and I was going to say you've probably put no.
But no.
Yeah.
No.
So for me, when I moved out of my house that I was in originally back in Devon, it was the first time that ever kind of lived outside of my home. So I had no expectation as to what this was going to be like. I had literally not, I was if we lived together 5 years or 1 year, I just genuinely didn't know what it was going to be like because I was just so used to living with family.
And I've not lived with anyone else more than a few months. So to have lived with you for all, I used to move house so much before moving in with Roly. I had 10 different places in London. I constantly moved. So yeah, never in a million years. But like 6 years later, here we still are apparently.
It's weird, isn't it? Callum's had a lot of past housemate horror stories. So when he told me about a lot of them, and obviously we had a housemate that, you know, we won't get into, but like it didn't end well and everything. And I was always like, well, there's no point me trying to move really and leave a situation where this is like a perfect scenario. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. We thought it'd be fun to do sort of like a slightly different style of video. Did you enjoy it, Callum?
Yeah, I do the outro.
Did you learn anything about me that you didn't already know?
No.
No.
No. Be fabulous, be gay, be everything you want to be.
Please hit the like button, subscribe, and do all the notifications.
No, don't do
bell.
any of all that.
Shut up! And thank you, so you don't miss any videos that are coming up. Thank you to my lovely patrons whose names you can see on the side here. Thank you to my top tier patrons. Aurora, Alexander Shaw, Aurora666, Beth Ard, Booshshot93, Brenna, Cassie H, Cat.Thom, Shell Herman, Chris Williams, Christopher John, Robbie, Corin Pemberton, Crafty Leaks, Dark Adel666, Dan Nida, Demetra Settle, Heather Prissy, Caitlin Wright, Kat L, Kenny Bowser, Chloe Louise, Laura Hill, Noff, Robin Scott, Sam Perfect, Savannah Truden, Stefutek, and Suzmac. Thank you for being my top tier patrons. You guys are incredible. TA. Anyway, guys, be fabulous, amazing, be gay, be everything you want to be. It's a little bit to tell you that you can't be you. Why is that?
Yeah, what? Like,
because you are flawless.
What does that say? Don't let him. Like, what?
I say it's be fabulous, be amazing, be gay, be everything you want to be, and don't let any bitch out there tell you that you can't be you. Why is that? Because you are flawless.
Bitch shop there.
Bitch out there.
And don't let any other bitch out there tell you you can't be you because you are what?
Flawless, yeah.
Flawless.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of work.